Shannon the Cannon Rich, 4-time MMA world champion.
And Jason Demon Dog D. Hart.
We're here live at Wild Horse Pass Casino for Rage in the Cage TV. This is the most extreme fighting allowed by law.
Welcome to Rage in the Cage TV. This is Alex Hernandez with Roland, the Doomster Saria. We got Michael Poe walking to the ring.
Hey, I'm here with Mike Poe from Tucson, Arizona. Your record is 1-1. You fight at 135 pounds. Tonight, what are we going to see tonight, Mike?
It's going to be an exciting fight. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be great.
Are you a submission guy or an MMA stand-up guy?
You know, I love it all. I got good hands, good submission game. Whatever happens, happens. It's a fight, so, you know, it can go anywhere.
Hey, who's your coach, Mike?
My coach is Don Hensman.
All right, man. We're looking forward to seeing you fight tonight, and we appreciate you coming out for Rage in the Cage.
Thank you very much.
This is Michael Poe's first match in Rage in the Cage. It's going to be exciting to see how he does against Sal Aguilar, who we've seen before. We want to remind you that today's episode is brought to you by Easy Tattoo, located on Hayden and Roosevelt in Scottsdale. Remix Watches. How do you remix? Go to remixwatches.com or check out retailers nationwide. And here he comes, Sal Aguilar, who we've seen before in UCFC and in Rage in the Cage.
Hey, I'm with Sal Aguilar. This guy is a dynamite package. Sal, I've seen you fight several times. I mean, you're undefeated in the UCFC. You're undefeated in Rage in the Cage. The last time I saw you fight in Rage in the Cage, you had a 29-second knockout.
29 seconds, yep.
But who's counting, right?
Right.
Are we going to see another knockout tonight?
That's the plan, and I got a little bet going on with the coaches that if I get a knockout in a certain amount of time, might get a little extra cash.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I love incentives, and you know that always makes your fight harder. But tonight, I mean, I've seen you do ground submissions, knockouts, kicks, punches. What's your plan for tonight?
My plan is to go out there and put the game plan together that our coaches went over. That's to work on my stand-up and hopefully take them out in the first round.
Hey, Sal, do you have any sponsors you want to thank for this fight tonight?
Yes, I'd like to thank Rev Gear. They're one of my sponsors. I'd also like to thank OldSchoolCity.com. They're another one of my sponsors, put my shirts together, so I just want to call those two out.
Hey, what does it take to get into the cage?
No fear.
All right, Doomster, what do you think?
This is going to be an interesting fight. You know, Michael Poe comes from a very good camp in Tucson, Don Hensman. It's been around since the time I moved to Arizona back in '96. And I've seen Sal fight several times in the UCFC. He's how would I say, he's probably one of the toughest guys I've seen in a long time, but I'm curious to see what he's going to do against Michael Poe.
Now, Michael Poe's gym, the Tiger's Den, located out of Tucson. You said that it's a very well-known name, a very well-respected name. What is it that they specialize in down there?
Well, they're definitely a really, really good MMA school. Don Hensman is the head instructor. They've been around for many, many years. This fight, you know, I got to be honest with you. According to the camps, I think it's pretty even, but I'm going to have to go with Michael Poe on this one.
You're going with Michael Poe. You're calling it.
Yeah, I am. Only reason I say that is I think Sal lacks experience in the MMA world. He comes from a wrestling background, so I just don't think he's really ready quite yet for MMA.
I see what you're saying. He does have his one knockout victory that he had in the first episode of Rage in the Cage against Stephen Frontroth. But other than that, you know, like you said, he's not as experienced as Michael Poe. So we're gonna see how he chalks up today. And as usual, we want to thank No Fear Energy for sponsoring this fight and sponsoring the Rage in the Cage live events. And the next live event, May 11th, really looking forward to it. Roland, you want to chime in on that one?
Actually, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be UFC veteran Joe Riggs versus UFC veteran Aaron Brink.
And here we go. Michael Poe, Sal Aguilar, and they are swinging right off the bat. Sal Aguilar gets the takedown.
It's pretty much what I expected. I expected Sal to get control, but Michael
just turns it into an armbar, and it's over just like that.
See, once again, that's what I kind of figured. That's the problem with young wrestlers. They come in, they're overly aggressive, they're not paying attention to the submissions, and there you have it. You had a quick armbar.
Looks like we're going to see a replay really quick from the top. Go in, throwing punches. Sal takes him down, and in doing so, you know, kind of lets his guard down. He thinks he's in control, and then Michael Poe from the bottom pulls it into an armbar, just cranks on it, and forces Sal to tap.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to understand something. When you're in the guard, you're in a very, very vulnerable place if you extend your arms out.
We want to remind everybody, UCFC Ultimate Combat Fighting Challenge, where the amateurs get their chance to get into the cage.
You want to fight and Rage in the Cage? I dare you. Just contact John Petrilli at john@rageinthecage.com.
13 seconds of the submission due to armbar, fighting out of the blue
Well, it's an impressive victory from Michael Poe, pulling the armbar out less than 30 seconds. A very disappointing loss for Sal Aguilar. Hope to see him bounce back from that.
Hey, I'm here with undefeated Willie Otterfree from Tucson, Arizona. Just graduated high school last year and getting ready to go to U of A, and you want to become a movie star.
Film director, yeah.
Film director. Look at this guy. You're going to see him in more than just tonight's TV on Rage in the Cage TV. What do you think about fighting in Rage in the Cage?
It's awesome. I can't wait. You know, it's one of the biggest shows in Arizona, and I'm honored to get the opportunity to show and perform for you guys. So, yeah.
What do you think about fighting on TV in front of all your friends and family?
Great. Gonna have all my family watch, tune in, and it's gonna be awesome because they're gonna get to see all my time and all my work pay off.
Hey, who do you train with in Tucson? I know there's plenty of fight teams out of Tucson. There's some really good ones. What's your team?
Black Tiger Fighting Rebellion, Don Hinsman. He's my coach. He's great. He's prepared me, and we're just doing big things now, so that's what I train with.
Well, another Tigers Pit fighter in Willie Otterfree, and now here comes his opponent to the ring.
Hey, I'm with Aaron Carl, all the way from Apache Junction. Hey, you're fighting here in Phoenix, Arizona at Wild Horse Pass Casino. What a venue, huh?
Oh, yeah. I fought here before. It's an awesome venue. The crowd goes crazy. I love it.
Are you excited about tonight's fight?
I'm really excited about this fight. You know, I've been wanting to fight again over here. I haven't fought here since July, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight.
Hey, Aaron, what do you do to train for this fight tonight?
Well, I'm working a lot of stand-up. I'm a grappler, but I like standing up, so I'm going to go for that. I train at Power MMA with Ryan Bader and CB Dalloway and all those guys, so I get a good ground game going. So
you got a really good group of guys that you're training with, UFC veterans. I mean, you're with the best of the best.
Oh, yeah, you know, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, I want to fight in UFC, and that's my goal, and all the guys that I train with all fight in UFC, so why not, you know?
These are the principals. First on my left, wearing black trunks with red and white trim. He's fighting out of the blue corner and hails from Tucson, Arizona. He's 5 inches tall, 192.5 pounds. Sponsored by Freezing's Barbershop. He fights out of the Tigers Pit. He is Willie Otterfree.
The second fighter out of the Tigers Pit that we're seeing tonight, Willie Otterfree against Aaron Carl. How do you have this fight sized up, Doomster?
Well, you know, I've seen Aaron fight several times in the past. He's fantastic. Willie, I don't know a whole lot about him other than the camp that he's from. This is going to be one of the better fights of the evening, I believe. But I'm going to have to go with Aaron. Aaron comes from a very powerful camp. He's been in the game for a long time.
Well, if you had it scored right the first time, let's see if you can go 2 for 2 tonight. Roland's got his money on Aaron Carl. Who do you got your money on at home? Now, the Power MMA School, can you tell us a little bit about that camp? They got some UFC veterans, some UFC fighters in there.
Oh, they're definitely one of the best camps in the state. They're out of Gilbert, Power MMA, fantastic school. You got CB Dalloway, Ron Bader, Aaron Simpson, and many, many more. So if you're in that general area, you got to stop on by.
And here we go, second fight of the evening. Oh, wow, they're coming in just banging, throwing haymakers. Aaron Carl's got him in control, though. You see that? He dodged a haymaker and then goes for the takedown, takes him from behind, and now looks like he's going for the choke.
Yeah, Aaron's doing a fantastic job on the ground. You can obviously tell that he's been around. He knows the ground game. He took his back. He's taking his time. He's looking for an opening.
He's got that. He's cinching it in. He's got that in tight. Looks like, could we see a tap? And he taps, and that's it.
Yeah, you know, Willie didn't seem like he didn't have a lot of experience. You know, he got his back taken, didn't defend the choke. You know, once again, it's a lack of experience, especially when you go against a guy like Aaron that's been around.
And here we go with the replay from the roof cam. You can see he takes control, gets behind him, grabs the choke, and Willie doesn't know what to do. He's trying to push his arm off. He's not 100% sure on what to do and suffers for it. Born to Bleed, the official fight swag of Rage in the Cage.
No fear, the #1 energy drink in the nation. You either have it or you don't.
Title Boxing, the #1 MMA and boxing apparel company in the world. Well, an impressive victory from Aaron Carl. Another victory in less than 30 seconds in the first round.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. You can definitely tell that Aaron's the superior fighter.
Just by stature, you see the disappointed look in Otafri's face, but Willie came in and he wasn't as confident as Aaron Carl.
There's no doubt about it. You could tell that Willie just lacks experience. Aaron's been around. He's training with one of the best schools in the country.
Tattoos and piercings aren't accessories, they're works of art. At EZ Tattoo, we take the utmost pride in our award-winning work. Utilizing the latest technology and safest sanitation procedures, our artists are here to help with any questions or concerns. When it's time to turn your body into a canvas, we're the place to go. Owner Myron Larrabee invites everyone to explore Scottsdale's oldest and most respected tattoo studio, EZ Tattoo, in Scottsdale.
Hey Hey, I'm here with Vince Lucero. Now, Vince, you just won the heavyweight championship for Rage in the Cage. How does it feel to be the new Rage in the Cage world champion?
It feels good to have my belt back. You know, it was mine years ago, and other people were keeping it warm for me, but I got it back, and it's going to stay with me till I decide to retire. So.
Hey, you just won in Rage in the Cage. Are there any other organizations, or I mean, what's next for Vince Lucero? You just going to make your home here at Rage in the Cage?
I think so. You know, it's us old guys. Hey, money talks. So somebody calls, gives me a big fight. I'm not afraid. You know, I'll fight anybody. It all depends on the money. You know, you pay me, I'm going to fight.
Absolutely, man. Hey, man, we are excited that you're our champion. Congratulations again for the belt, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm here with Aaron Brink, all the way from LA, Los Angeles. You're here fighting in Rage in the Cage here at Wild Horse Pass Casino. What do you know about your opponent tonight?
My opponent tonight is Julian Hamilton, a very good wrestler, and he's undefeated as far as I know, so he's a tough guy. He's proved himself in MMA. Tonight I got to prove myself, and he's got to prove himself to step up the ladder, and so that's what we're doing tonight.
Aaron, you fought in the big shows. I mean, you fought in the UFC, and now you're here fighting in Rage in the Cage. I mean, what's next for Aaron Brink and the career of Aaron Brink? You know what? You've had some ups and downs, but now you're back on the right path. Everything's going good for you. You got God on your side. Tell me a little bit about Aaron Brink.
You know, I'll tell you right now, I've been all up and down. I used to think Rage in the Cage was like a place to go find an easy fight. It's not. Rage in the Cage is one of the toughest organizations out there. It's a lot of sleepers. We got a lot of sleepers in this organization that are just up and coming. You know, Rico Rodriguez thought the same thing. Come down to Rage in the Cage and get a couple wins. It's not going to happen. There's no easy fights in Rage in the Cage. And, I'm here basically in sanctioned fights. You know, you can expect to see me the rest of this year and coming out and, win, lose, or draw, you're going to see me fighting my heart out, Shannon.
Julian Hamilton, 7-0, undefeated, 1-0 as a pro. Julian, tonight you're fighting a guy who used to fight in the UFC. Now you're stepping up in class. You're fighting a tougher guy. What is going to happen tonight's fight?
Well, tonight I'm going to be 8-0.
That's it, huh? Just straight like that, 8-0.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to win.
Absolutely. I love the confidence. I mean, I know you used to be in the military. Does that help you be confident?
Yes, it does. It does help me be confident. It does.
Absolutely. So tonight's fight against Aaron Brink, what are you going to do tonight?
I plan to take my opponent to the ground and pound him out or get the submission.
Absolutely. We love watching you fight here at Rage in the Cage, and we appreciate you coming out. Do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
I want to make sure I get a shout out to Gelco Products and just my friends and family and Jesus Christ upstairs, and that's it.
All right, man. We really appreciate you coming out, and we look forward to tonight's fight.
Thank you.
Next Rage in the Cage live event, Friday, May 11th at Wild Horse Pass Casino. The biggest card for Rage in the Cage to date. Roland, tell us who's going to be there.
Well, it's going to be the main event. Former UFC veteran Joe the Diesel Riggs versus Aaron Brink. This is going to be a fight of two UFC veterans.
Speaking of Aaron Brink, we got him in the ring right now going against Julian Hamilton, who we've seen make an impressive debut here on Rage in the Cage several weeks ago.
Well, this is definitely a David and Goliath fight. I don't see Julian really winning this fight, but you never know, MMA.
It's true. Now, Aaron Brink, one of the most experienced fighters you'll see in Rage in the Cage, a former UFC fighter. This guy has been around the block.
Absolutely. This guy's been around the world. He's fought in Pride, UFC. He's fought everyone you can think of in the MMA world.
Just look at him pacing back and forth. He looks like a bull. That, being a young Julian Hamilton who's only got one professional fight under his belt, that's got to be intimidating, seeing a guy like Aaron Brink across the cage from you.
If I was the coach of Julian, this is what I would tell him. I would tell him weather the first round and take him in deep waters, because at the end of the day, Aaron Brink's in his 30s, so his tank might not be as full as Julian going into the second or third round.
So you're saying that Julian's strategy should be to let Aaron Brink just kind of wear himself down, pace himself, and then see if he can take him in the later rounds or see if he can take the second and third rounds if Aaron Brink were to get a hold of him.
Absolutely. I mean, Aaron Brink, I guarantee you, will come out smoking. You can tell physically he looks a lot bigger, a lot stronger. In terms of experience, there's no comparison.
Now, Julian Hamilton, he is the student, the pupil of our very own Shannon the Cannon Rich, out of his Fitness One Team Cannon gym.
Yeah, I've seen Julian's fight many, many times. As you can see, he went to his wrestling background. He shot in, very dangerous position.
Look at these fists coming down from Aaron Brink. That is right on to Julian's head, and he's not stopping. He is wailing on him. Julian is in trouble.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I just don't see this fight going past the first round. Aaron Brink looks too strong, too much in control, and Julian just looks like he just doesn't know what to do.
Now this is, because Julian is an extremely solid wrestler. You saw him go for the takedown, but you're in there with Aaron Brink. This guy is an animal. He is, well, Julian's fighting back though. He's pushing him up against the cage, but I mean, I just think that Julian just might be outclassed in this one.
Well, you can see Julian's upright is definitely not up to par. He lacks the upright position. He lacks experience. Aaron Brink looks relaxed, calm, and you can see he's hitting him at will.
And then again, he snuffs the takedown, pushes him down into that kind of front face lock, and just wails on him. Oh, the referee stopping this. Looks like we had an accidental punch to the back of the head.
Well, you know, that's a questionable call, because sometimes the fighter moves his head as the punch comes in. But in many ways, I think that saved Julian. Julian might catch his breath right now.
Look at him. You see, he's just, first thing he does, he turns to his corner, catches his breath. And look, you can see Aaron Brink is already tired. He might have just worn himself out, like you said.
Here we go. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see how it goes. Fight's resuming. Looks like Aaron Brink lost the point for the hit to the back of the head. And now we're going to see how Julian handles himself.
Yeah, Julian just looks really lost in his upright position. He's turtling up, doesn't really know what to do. Aaron's just using all of his experience in controlling the fight. Right now it's total domination.
Now, oh wow, but there goes Julian. Pulls him with a takedown, gets behind, he puts the hooks in, and now he's going for the choke on Aaron Brink.
Well, maybe I spoke a little early. Julian did a fantastic slip move.
Look at this.
Yeah, you know, he's working Aaron. He's definitely controlling Aaron now on the ground.
Like he has got total control of Aaron Brink right now. He's going for the choke.
What's really surprising me right now, that Aaron Brink looks a little lost.
I think he said he gassed his tank out, throwing those fists, snuffing Julian's takedown, and now Julian's taking advantage. Julian, who's trained very well as a wrestler, he's got him. Now he mounts him, and now he's grounding and pounding Aaron Brink.
Wow, I never would have imagined this. I never thought in a million years Julian would out-grapple Aaron Brink.
This is an impressive fight. You are seeing some superstar in the making in Julian Hamilton. With one professional fight under his belt, he is taking Aaron Brink taking him on his back, and he's choking him.
There's no doubt about it. Julian's doing a fantastic job controlling the ground game. Aaron Brink just looks a little lost, like he looks like he's out of sync.
Look, now Julian's still staying on top of him. Brink was trying to push him off, but Julian is staying strong in the ground and pound. Now Aaron Brink takes over, but now Julian's still fighting from his back though.
This could be a bad place for Julian. Having a very strong guy like Aaron Brink in your guard, it's going to be a very difficult task to stop.
And that's the end of the first round. Wow, that was an impressive first round from Julian.
You know, this is not what I expected. I'll be honest with you. I thought Aaron Brink would dominate Julian in the upright and the ground game, but it turns out that Julian did a better job on the ground than Aaron.
See how slow Aaron Brink was in getting up. He is gassed out. Look at him.
Yeah, Aaron Brink doesn't look real good right now. I'll be really surprised if he even hangs in there. I mean, you can definitely tell that the age is playing a big role right now.
Age, it might just be cardio. Julian, he looks calm and composed. He looks a lot more confident now that he's seen that he can hang with a UFC veteran.
You know, Julian took this fight last moment. I have nothing but respect for the young man. I think if he can weather this fight and win this fight, he might have a promising future ahead of him.
Folks, we want to remind you that this fight is once again brought to you by No Fear Energy Drink. You have it or you don't. Here we go, second round. Now, obviously, Julian won the first round simply because of the points taken away for the hits to the back of the head. But regardless of that, how would you score that first round?
You know, because of what you said, because the point was taken away, I would definitely agree with you. But the point wasn't taken away. I still would have gave it to Aaron Brink.
Well, here we go. Now Julian, he's right on the attack. Gets behind him, and he's still going for that choke, going right back for it. It was working for him earlier in the first round, and now that he sees the opening, he's taking it. Aaron Brink is throwing those fists back, and now Julian's controlling his hands.
Julian's doing a fantastic job. You can tell youth is playing a big role in the game. He's controlling Aaron. Aaron just looks totally out of sync.
He is exhausted. Look, Aaron does not have anywhere near the strength that he had in that first minute and a half in the first round.
You know, that happens many times. You know, a lot of times you can have a adrenaline dump or your breathing isn't proper. At this point, I just don't see Aaron Brink coming back. He just looks totally exhausted.
Well, that turning point in the fight was that stoppage for the hit to the back of the head, because Aaron had a chance for the fatigue to sink in. Before that, he was just running and gunning. Julian had the time to get his composure and take control. That was the pivotal point in this fight. But now, Aaron is back on top of Julian. He's throwing the fist, but Julian's fighting back up. He's going for the escape.
Yes, Aaron looks like he's trying to make a little comeback, but once again, he looks like he got tired again. Julian got behind him, taking control, pound the back of his head, side of his head. Aaron Brink, he looks like he's finished. I don't see this fight going much longer.
I mean, we are watching David take down Goliath with the slingshot right now. Who would have thought that 1-0 Julian Hamilton would be in this dominant position right now?
There's no doubt about it. Julian's doing a fantastic job. He looks calm, he looks relaxed. He looks like a young lion trying to take over the pride of the old lion.
And now he's going once again for the choke, putting all of his weight on top of him. And that's it, that's it.
You know, what can I say? Julian surprised me. I'm really impressed. But don't count Aaron Brink. He will be back. I just think he had an off night. Or maybe Julian's that good.
Maybe. Julian Hamilton, impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 15 seconds in the second round. Your winner by submission choke, fighting in the red corner, Julian Hamilton.
You want to talk about a boost of confidence. Look at Julian knowing that he just took out Aaron Brink.
Jason Langston. All right, man, I know you trained at Fitness One in Glendale, Peoria. I appreciate you guys coming out, training with us. You're one of my fighters. I'll tell you what, I missed you on this, because Aaron was a good buddy of mine. But you, I know, are stepping up in class. I see big things for you, brother. Big things.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Rage in the Cage TV. We'll see you May 11th at Wild Horse Pass Casino, and we'll see you back here next week for more Rage in the Cage TV.